Salakia, Brother Naquam, watching for Israel, coming back at you with these precepts and another cold cut, giving, of course, our honor and glory to Yahweh by Shema Mashiach Kwamalaki Abushai. A double honor to the elect elders of the house of David that's been in this truth for decades and decades, patiently waiting for the second coming of Yahweh Shai. Hearty shalom to you mighty men that go out there and labor and do the work of the Most High, presenting your body as a living sacrifice and enduring all things for the elect's sake. Shalom to all of the men that may not be out there in the highways and byways as of yet, but they're working on it. They're getting built up in the spirit. They're praying, they're fasting, they're studying, they're diligent. Right? Shalom to all of the Akbath out there, holding it down in the households, reverencing the husbands, being submissive, being diligent, and abounding in the work that righteous women do, right, in the last days, right? Moving in the spirit of the Proverbs 31 woman, right? This will be a quick live stream addressing some prophecy and addressing some signs in the heavens. I want to kick it off with Genesis chapter 1, right? I want to kick it off with Genesis chapter 1 and verse 14. You have a blood moon approaching. A blood moon is approaching, all right? And what is it? No, not just a regular blood moon, a super blood moon, right? Let's go to Genesis chapter 1 and 14. What does this super blood moon mean? Right? Is this something just to look at? Is this something just to say, well, you took a picture, you posted on Facebook. Oh, did you guys see the moon tonight? You call your auntie. Auntie, did you see the moon? Just look out on your balcony. Your auntie kind of get up and throw a robe on. And, oh, baby, I see the moon. What does that mean? I don't know. Hey, that's not what the Lord is dealing with, man. Right? You kind of take your son out. You throw his favorite blanket out on the ground. You know? You might get the telescope from the attic, kind of, and blow the damn dust off of it. And he want pigs in the blanket, so you kind of go in there and y'all kind of make his favorite snack for him. And y'all go out there with the juice box and kind of look at the stars, and you wait till the blood moon. Then he get to look at the telescope, and you say, "Oh man, no, that's not what the Lord is dealing with, man." Right? This blood moon is a sign of major destruction coming on the earth. And there's already destruction on the earth. You already have rumors of wars, right? Look what's going on the earth. Look at this so-called ceasefire between Israel and Hamas. And they said they're only doing that until they're able to stockpile more weapons. You got Russia, you got Ukraine. Nobody's talking about that, but that's still happening. Just because the media isn't putting it in your local news network does not mean it just stopped happening. You got stuff happening every day. You got New Zealand, you got China and Australia and New Zealand, United States, all about to have a damn battle out there. And I'm excited, man. I get excited about the blood moon. It's not. I don't have my head down. You know, I'm not sitting there trying to figure out what's going on. Most High willing, all hell break loose with this blood moon, man. This super. I believe they're calling it. Esau's calling it a super flower blood moon, if I'm not mistaken. Right, but let's go to Genesis chapter 1. All right, let's talk about it. This is the book of Genesis, chapter 1 and 14. And God said, or the Most High said, let there be lights in the firmament of the heaven to divide the day from the night, and let them be for signs and for seasons and for days and years. So the Lord has lights up there, which are the sun and the moon and the stars. Are they there just to be there? No, they're there for signs and for seasons and for days and years, right? Meaning that when you see the moon or the sun and they're doing things outside of the norm, such as an eclipse from the sun, that's an omen, right? Meaning a warning, an ominous, strange thing to warn man that the Heavenly Father is doing things in the earth or is about to do things on the earth. And that's why every time you got these strange anomalies in the sky, like an eclipse or a blood moon or something like that, within the next day or the next week at that same time, there's massive death. Or some type of a wild hurricane, or somebody gets shot up, and it never fails. So these are the signs of the sun and the moon, right? Let's go to Sirach chapter 43, and that's what this blood moon is about. And it's not just a regular blood moon, right? They're saying this is a super blood moon coming. And I want to see what judgment the Most High is going to do on the earth. Right before I go to that, let's go to Psalm chapter 65. Let's go to Psalm chapter 65 and 5. Right? I want to see what the Most High, what judgment he's going to have befall the earth. Psalm chapter 65 and 5. By terrible things and righteousness wilt thou answer us, O God of our salvation. For art the confidence of all the ends of the earth, and of them that are afar off upon the sea. So it says, by terrible things and righteousness wilt thou answer us. So when we're praying for deliverance, and we're praying to be redeemed from captivity, and we praying for the Most High to destroy Babylon the Great, and we praying that Esau gets taken out, and we pray that Moab and Ammon and there's fire in their house, and their jaws get broke, and their children die. And brothers do pray for that. When we're praying for that, the Most High is not going to send you a letter in the mail and saying, this is what I'm about to do. It says, by terrible things and righteousness wilt thou answer us. So when we're praying to the Most High, he's going to have these blood moons and these different signs in the sky to show you his answer, that he's hearing your prayers, right? And that blood moon is a sign of destruction coming. So when you see destruction and death, that's the Lord answering your prayer. By terrible things and righteousness, how the Most High is going to answer us. So a lot of brothers, they want the Most High to answer them just through dreams and no, the Most High, he'll answer you how he want to answer you. By terrible things and righteousness without answerers. Right? Psalm chapter 66 and 5. Right? Let's get it. Psalm chapter 66 and 5. Come and see the works of the Most High. He is terrible in his doing toward the children of men. Right? And that's how the Most High is about to be, man. Right? The brother even said that. Volcanic eruptions. Right? There have been terrible volcanic eruptions. And I'm led to believe, it can be another massive shooting. Right? It can be an actual volcanic eruption. It can be a tsunami. It can be a massive shooting, if I didn't say that already. A bomb can drop. I'm just throwing ideas out there. I'm getting excited, so I'm just throwing ideas out there. It can be a false flag, and they blame the children of Israel for it. Anything can go down, man. So, we're patiently kind of playing the waiting game. That's what the Lord said again. I'm going to read this again. Psalm 66 and 5. Come and see the works of the Most High. He is terrible in his doing toward the children of men. So we're going to see the works of the Lord, man. We're not going to get this made at it, right? We're not going to get this made and worship the moon, right? And get all bugged out. But we're going to see the works of the Lord and see how the Most High is terrible and is doing toward the children of men. Who are the children of men? They're the non-saints. You have the Israelites, which are the children of God. You have the children of the wicked, which are the Edomites. You have the children of men, which are the other nations. And sometimes Esau is thrown in that category. So the children of men are the Gentile nations. Right? So the Lord isn't dealing with the children of men. We're the children of the Most High. Right? And again, the Lord has these things set up as a sign of judgment. Right? Let's go to the book of Joel, chapter 2. Right? Brother should know this precept. Right? Joel, chapter 2, and verse 31. Right? Joel, chapter 2 and 31. The sun shall be turned into darkness, and the moon into blood, before the great and terrible day of the Lord come. So the sun is going to be turned into darkness, meaning an eclipse, not just an overcast, right, that you see on an ordinary day, but an actual eclipse and an actual blood moon for the terrible day of the Lord. Now, before all hell break loose, man, before Yahushua returns and wreaks havoc on the earth, you're going to have a blood moon on the earth. So on May 26th, which I believe that's tomorrow, if I'm not mistaken. That's tomorrow. Right? Tomorrow, you're going to have a blood moon come in. I'm not sure what time the blood moon come in, but it's going to be a super blood moon. A super blood moon, May 26th. I believe it's at sundown. Right? Obviously. So, you're going to see that. And a lot of people are going to be driving. A lot of people are going to be driving. Did you see the moon? You see how big it is? Wow. Take a picture, honey. Hey, son, did you see that? Look at the moon. And we're going to be throwing up the damn curses. That's what I'm going to be doing. When I see the blood, I'm throwing up the curses on the heathen. Right? In the Hebrew and the damn English and whatever language, we throwing up the curses. Right? Let's go to the book of Sirach, chapter 43. Right? We throwing up curses on the blood moon. We're not praying that that blood moon goes away. Lord, turn the moon back white. It's red. I don't like that. No, hey, the Lord set that up for a reason. All right, let's go to Sirach chapter 43 and verse 6. Right? Sirach chapter 43 and 6. He made the moon also to serve in her season, for a declaration of times and a sign of the world. So the moon comes in its respective season, and in this season, it is this is what they're calling it, a super flower blood moon. Right? And they say when you look at it, it's going to be damn ginormous, man. And that blood moon is for bloodshed coming on the earth. Whether that's Edomites' blood being shed, Hamites' blood, Israelites' blood. We're waiting to see whose blood is going to be shed. Most High willing is not ours. But blood is going to be shed. Right? It's not right now. It'll be so-called tomorrow. May 26th, supposedly. A super blood moon. And everybody's talking about it. But they're not talking about it how the Israelites are talking about it. Right? So it says he made the moon also to serve in her season, for a declaration of times and a sign of the world. From the moon is the sign of feast, a light that decreaseth in her perfection. Right? Because when the moon is perfect, it's at its full state. So you'll see the moon in its perfected state tomorrow. Right? And you'll see, Most High willing, the judgment that the Most High is going to put on the earth. Right? It reads, from the moon is the sign of feast, a light that decreaseth in her perfection. So when it's perfect, you'll begin to see it wane back down. The month is called after her name, increasing wonderfully in her changing, being an instrument of the armies above, shining in the firmament of heaven. See that? Let's go to Psalms chapter 19. All right, let's go to Psalms chapter 19, and let's read verse 1. All right, and this thing excites me, man. Right? They got us getting up early at the so-called plantation. But hey, I want to see, I don't care about that. You know, I was like, damn, captivity. Hey, look, damn, man. Hey, look, hey man, whatever. Hey, but look, hey, the blood moon is coming tomorrow. So, I'm just we're gonna be moving, kind of gets then look, we're gonna be holding camp tomorrow too, Most High willing, right? They got us out in Houston, right, this week. So we're gonna be holding camp, man. Right? And Most High willing, we holding camp and the blood moon is showing. And then we get the notification that missiles are dropping in Russia and a bomb dropped in damn China. Right? Most High willing. See, this stuff excites me. Playoffs don't excite me. Right? The the world don't excite me. Right? Women with no clothes on, that don't excite me. Right? Whores don't excite me. Damn, technology don't excite me. Prophecies excite me, man. Getting the hell out of here. The scriptures, man. That's what I'm looking forward to. Right? Psalms chapter 19 and verse 1. It reads, the heavens declare the glory of the Most High, and the firmament showeth his handiwork. So the moon and the sun are placed within the firmament, right? Contrary to what the so-called white man tells you, that the sun is 93 million miles away and the moon is orbiting the earth, right? Where's that at in the Bible? Where the Lord said, well, I'm going to create the sun first and then the earth. No, the earth is made after the sun. But don't let the so-called white man tell you that. He said that the sun was made and then all these planets, they're orbiting at a damn 46 million miles per hour. That's ridiculous. Stop listening to this man. It says the firmament showeth his handiwork, because the moon is placed within the firmament and the sun. How the hell you got the damn earth spinning that damn 46 million miles? Whatever number this man gives. And I don't even know how he can measure that. How can you measure something moving? It's just madness. Right? So within the firmament, according to the Most High's layout, right, you have the firmament, which is the so-called sky, which is strong like a molten looking glass, right? Pursuant to Job, let me get that in Job 36. Then you have the sun and the moon and the stars placed within that firmament, right? Let me get that real quick in Job 36, because a lot of brothers don't understand that, how the Most High has the layout of the heavens, right, of the first heaven, right? So let's go to the book of Job, chapter 36 and verse, it's like your 37, right? It's the book of Job, chapter 37 and verse 17. It reads, how thy garments are warm when he quieted the earth by the south wind. Hast thou with him spread out the sky? Meaning, was he with the Lord when he spread out the sky? Which is strong and as a molten looking glass. So the sky is that firmament, that molten looking glass, right? And you can't crack it. You can't send a rocket past it. Esau can't go past that thing. There's waters above the firmament, right? Now, under the firmament, right, you have the sun and the moon. And the moon and the sun, that's why you're able to see the moon when it's a blood moon and it's so close. Or you see the sun, right, and you feel the heat from the sun because it's within the firmament. Or it's not 300,000 million miles away, whatever numbers the so-called white man gives you, right? So back in Psalm chapter 19, that's why it says the firmament showeth his handiwork. The handiwork is the what? The beauty of the artwork of the Lord, right? So the heavens declare the glory of God, and the firmament showeth his handiwork. So if you're looking in the firmament, which is clear, pursuing Ecclesiasticus chapter 43 and let's see, 43 and 1. The pride of the height, the clear firmament, the beauty of heaven with its glorious show. So you have the clear firmament, right? So that sky is actually clear, but it's blue because you got the waters above, right? But then under that, you have the sun and the moon. And the moon and the sun are the handiwork of the Lord, right? When you look up how the so-called white man tells you the moon was made, don't believe it. He has something called, I believe, the impact theory, when he believes some rock hit the earth and it just formed the moon, right? So we don't believe this, man. All right? Verse 2, I'm going back to Psalm chapter 19 and 2, right? It reads, day unto day uttereth speech, and night unto night showeth knowledge. There is no speech nor language where their voice is not heard. Their line is going out throughout all the earth, and their words to the end of the world. In them hath he set a tabernacle for the sun. So there is no speech nor language where you can't understand what the sun and moon are telling you. The sun and the moon don't have to speak vocal words for them to teach you and for them to communicate to man what's happening according to the will of the Lord. That's why it says there's no speech nor language where their voice is not heard. Because anybody can look at the sun and the moon, and if you're dealing with wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, you'll be able to tell what hour of the day it is with the sun, what day of the week it is with the moon, when the Most High is judging the earth with the blood moon. You'll be able to know these things, right? So they're constantly teaching you, and the moon is going to be a great teacher tomorrow through the spirit when his blood moon kicks off, teaching man that the Most High is about to destroy. Not every teacher is going to be in an earthly tabernacle, in an earthly body with arms and shoulders. You can learn from the ants. Those are teachers, right? You can tell you that in Proverbs chapter 6 and 6 on down, right? Consider, go to the ant, thou sluggard, consider her ways and be wise. You can learn from the spider. You can learn from anything, man, and righteousness. You can learn how not to be stubborn from animals, from an ass and the ox. So why can't you learn from a waterfall? Why can't you learn from the stars? Why can't you learn from the sun and the moon? These things aren't there to take up space, right? They teach man knowledge. But the world, they're not going to look at the blood moon and look at the sun and look at it for the way the Most High wants the Israelite man to perceive these things, right? The brother said trees. You know, when we was in Orlando last week before camp, you know, they had these trees that actually grow in the water, right? Right? Their roots are literally in the waters. You know, the first thing I thought about was some precepts. Took a picture of the tree, sent it to the brothers. I said, this is how brothers got to be, man. Right? Because you got to learn from the trees. All right? Now, man is like a flower that fades away. That's another one. Right? Let's go to the book of Revelation, the 6th chapter. Like I said, this is not going to be too long. But this, again, this is a warning. Right? Let's go to Colossians first. Right? This is a warning, letting brothers know now it's time to be on fire. If you're not on fire now, I don't know what to tell you. If you're not being diligent, if you're not being steadfast, hey, this blood moon, this could be it, man. Now, or the Most High can, you know, do whatever he want to do, but you got to look at it like that. You got to look at it like, hey, the Most High is really judging the earth. Let me make sure I'm on my toes. I'm on my P's and Q's, and I'm diligent, and I'm being steadfast and unmovable and abounding in the work of the Lord, man. Right? You have to look at it like that, man. Now, you can't just say, well, it's a blood moon. I know another one's coming. Might not be another one. The Lord said, boast not about tomorrow, for thou knowest not what a day may bring forth. Right? In Proverbs 27 and 1 on down. Let's go to Colossians chapter 1 and 28. Right? Let's go to Colossians chapter 1 and 28. It reads, whom we preach, warning every man, and teaching every man in all wisdom, that we may present every man perfect in Hamashiach Yahushua. So our job is to warn every man, right? And part of our warning is letting you know what the Most High is doing. If we wasn't watching and telling you about the blood moon and the super blood moon, then I don't know, man. You'll just find that on your own, right? But our job is to warn you and let you know. So when you see that and you know it's coming, you know, look, let me make sure I'm praying more. Let me make sure I'm diligent. Let me make sure I'm on fire. Let me make sure I'm steadfast. Let me make sure I'm unmovable. Let me make sure I'm not shaking. Let me make sure I got my house in order. Let me make sure, because the Most High has signs in the sun and the moon, I got to get it together. Right? See that? Syria just got some nuclear missiles. And I believe Russia just boasted about one of the missiles that they just had. They just made a new missile and they kind of said something about it. I'll have to find that and do a live stream on the current events. Right? But Russia, they're kind of boasting about their missiles now. You got America saying that we can't defeat China. So, you know, you have a lot going on the earth. Right? That's why in 2 Peter chapter 3, it says, seeing ye know these things, what manner of persons ought ye to be? Let me get that real quick. Because if you know that these prophecies are kicking off, then it's no excuse for you. Bear with me. Right, Salaki? But if you look outside, you'll see trees, you'll see cars, you'll see buildings. Look at that. Take a good look. The Lord said all that stuff is going to get burnt up. All that stuff is going to get burnt up. Right? It says, seeing then that all these things shall be dissolved, what manner of persons ought ye to be in all holy conversation and godliness? So if you see that all these places about to get burnt up, all hell is breaking loose on the earth, then why not be godly in your conversation? Right? Why not make sure that you're being steadfast? You got brothers still worried about who's going to win the playoffs. The Lord not dealing with that spirit. Or who is this sister going to text me back? I inboxed her. Shala, hey, I don't know if she's going to do it. No, we're not worried about that, man. We're worried about getting out of here. We're looking to get out of here. I hate it here. I want to get out of here yesterday. Right? Let the Lord's name be magnified and let this place go down. That's what we're praying for. We're not praying to stay here. We're not praying to make it here. I'm not praying for a promotion. That's not him. I'm not thinking about that. I'm thinking about this place going down. I'm praying for missiles and fire and brimstone and that the elect make it out of here. That's why you got brothers worried about Bitcoin. And the truth. Is Bitcoin going to make it? Or I don't even know the name of these things. Or is I don't know. I don't even know. Right? So you got brothers worried about is Bitcoin going to make it? The Lord says, seeing then that all these things shall be dissolved. All this stuff is about to be dissolved. Your phone is about to be dissolved. People's bodies are about to be dissolved. These skyscrapers, the Lord said there should not be one stone left upon another. Dog, is that dog coin? Dog coin not going to make it. All them dog coins, they're going to be dissolved. Right? We trying to get out of here, man. Right? Seeing then and all these things shall be dissolved. What manner of persons ought ye to be at all holy conversation and godliness, looking for and hasting unto the coming of the day of the Most High, wherein the heavens being on fire shall be dissolved, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat. Nevertheless, we, according to his promise, look for new heavens and a new earth wherein dwelleth righteousness. So we're looking for a new heaven and a new earth, man. I hate this old heaven and the old earth, man. The air smell bad. I go in the same rant. The water stink. All the women are whores. All the men are homosexuals. You understand? Everything's wicked, man. The food don't taste good. Right? The fruit is GMO, is bad. A lot of brothers, I can't wait to the future. I hope there's no future in this society. Right? The Lord said we're looking for it and hasting. When you look up the word hasting, it means to accelerate or to have something speed up. Right? Looking for and hasting to the coming of the day of the Most High, where the heavens being on fire shall be dissolved, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat. Now we're looking for a new heaven and a new earth, man. Let's go to 2nd Ezra chapter 5 and 1. Right? We're not trying to see flying cars. Lord forbid we in the Jetsons damn era, man. When they got the damn flying cars. We're looking for the chariots. We want to get beamed up. We want all hell to break loose. We want Jacob's trouble to kick off. We want the economy to go out. We want to be a damn global blackout. Right? 2nd Ezra chapter 5 and 1. Nevertheless, as concerning the tokens, behold, the days shall come, that they which dwell upon earth shall be taken in a great number, and the way of truth shall be hidden, and the land shall be barren of faith. You see that? And these are the days that's coming. Right? It may not be immediately after the blood moon, right? But it's going to be soon. Where what? That they which dwell upon the earth shall be taken in great number. And that doesn't mean taken out on a cruise. It means destroyed. Like Yahushua said, 2 men to be in the bed, one shall be taken. 2 women grinding at the mill, one shall be taken. And the apostles asked, taken where? And the Lord said they're going to be dead, eaten up by the birds, paraphrasing. Right? But the days are coming where people are going to be taken in a great number. And you're going to have the famine of the word. Or you're not going to be able to just go on YouTube and watch a video. The days are coming where they're not going to be able to get an apocrypha for $10. It's even getting harder to find right now as we speak King James Bibles. They're kind of taking those off the shelf. I went to Barnes & Noble to look for a particular Bible I liked, and they didn't even have King James. You go online and you're looking for them, and a lot of them they out of production. They're not on the shelf. They're not really making those anymore. Right? So they have NIVs and all types of stuff. But ultimately, the days are coming where they're not going to have any Bibles. Right? These are the days that are coming on the earth. What are you going to do? Log into your YouTube account? Go on Instagram and watch the breakdown? You got to get it now, man. And when you jammed up, when you in prison, all you're going to have are the precepts in your head. Last time I checked, they don't give you an apocrypha. Right? They don't give you a Bible. All you got is what's up in there. Right? And if you don't have nothing in there, and if you're just watching for Esau to bow down, and all you know is Revelation 13 and 9, hey, it is what it is. If all you know is Revelation 3 and 9, and you in prison, and Jacob's trouble, and it's a famine of the word, and you looking for precepts to stir up your faith and keep you going, but you can't help to think about Revelation chapter 2 and 9. There's more precepts in Revelation 2 and 9. So the days are coming where, look, you're going to need those precepts, man. That's why it's important to read. It's important to study. You know, in 2nd Ezra, let me get this quick precept real quick. Chapter 16, what did the Lord say? Right? 2nd Ezra chapter 16 and verse 75. Be ye not afraid, neither doubt, for the Most High is your guide, and the guide of them who keep my commandments and precepts, said the Lord God. So the Lord said he's going to be the guide of them who keep his commandments and his precepts. Right? So the precepts, we know that those are, commandments as well. But on the context of all hell breaking loose and during this time, you're going to need those scriptures to keep you going. You're going to need those precepts to keep your faith going. The Psalms chapter 50 and 15s. You're going to need the Psalms chapter 18s, the 2 Samuel 22s. You're going to need the Psalms 23s. You're going to have to know those things by heart in your mind or come close to it. Because once your Bible's taken away from you and there's no internet, that's it. That's over. So you're going to have to keep those precepts with you. The precepts, when they say low here or low there, believe it not. Right? Or he's in the secret chamber, believe it not. Revelation 2 and 10. You want to think about these things, man. So this blood moon that's approaching so-called tomorrow evening is a sign of destruction, a sign of madness, and a sign of bloodshed on the earth. Like I said, I don't want this to be too long, but look out for the blood moon coming tomorrow and make sure that you're enduring. Make sure you're praying more, you're throwing up curses on the heathen. You understand? And you looking to get out of here. So with that, Brother Naquam, watching for Israel. Quick cold cut, coming back at you with these precepts. And another cold cut, giving, of course, all honor and glory to Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. Kwam Yashala. Shalom.